Okay, so are you guys ready for Ruth Everhart? Oh my gosh, I love her. She's got such a great story. And I always say every single week, if her story is not a story and my story is not your story, there is a story in Mary Kay. Trust me, people say, no, no one has my story. In Mary Kay, someone definitely has your story. So let's just introduce her properly here. And I have her accolades. I couldn't print them off, so I'm just going to read them on my phone. Before Mary Kay, Ruth earned her college degree and worked in corporate America in the marketing research profession for 18 years. I always say these things slow because you're like, oh, that could be me. In 2006, Ruth was looking to bring in extra money for her family and wanting more flexibility. So she decided to give Mary Kay a try for the second time in 2006. And she is so glad she did. She was able to quit her job, pay off thousands of credit card debt, and earn her first Mary Kay career car in 9 months from her first Mary Kay party. She promoted herself to sales director and went on to win all kinds of numerous awards and prizes and everything, and diamonds and trips and everything. She has earned 10 free cars so far in Mary Kay. She's earned 10 cars in Mary Kay, the beautiful pink Cadillacs. And she has also earned over $2 million in her career. And her highest check, I would say, hasn't been written yet. But the one that they have paid her so far is in excess of $22,000. Now, I saw your husband's name in here, Glenn, but I don't have all your kids, so I'm sure you'll fill that in also, too. So please give it up for my good friend, Ruth Everhart. So take it away, Ruth.
Thank you so much, Janice. And it's so good to be here with all of you this evening. And I know it's a new year. And when it's a new year, it's just the beginning of new things, right? That's what I think of. And so I don't know what goals and dreams have been on your heart and mine, but I want you to just open your mind to the possibilities tonight of what a Mary Kay business can mean for you. And for myself, my dream 18 years ago, I was looking for two things. I was looking for income, and I was looking for freedom and flexibility for my two small children at the time. They were 9 and 11. I had just moved from New Jersey to the state of Florida. My income dropped dramatically and my debt increased dramatically. I was over $20,000 in credit card debt and I was looking for something different. And I'm a praying woman, so I was praying and asking God to open a door. And I was actively looking for something that I could do. And so I don't know about you. What have you been dreaming of? What have you been thinking of? What do you want in your life? And it's not a coincidence that we're together tonight on this Zoom. But for me, I was praying and asking God for an open door, and I looked into becoming a teacher. I looked into opening my own business, like a Quiznos, which was like a sandwich shop. I looked into, you name it, I was looking into it. And around that time of my former director in Mary Kay Cosmetics, because I was in Mary Kay once before when I was in my 20s. I dabbled in Mary Kay. It was fun. I did it on the side on my next to my corporate job. I didn't take it seriously as a business opportunity in my 20s, but that director, her name was Vivian Diaz. And you know what? She found a photo of me and it made her think of me. And she picked up the phone and she called me out of the blue. I hadn't spoken to her in 12 years. And so when we had a conversation that day, she said, Ruth, when are you coming back to Mary Kay? Mary Kay wasn't even on my brain. I was like, oh no, I'm not coming back to Mary Kay. Now, I was a customer, loved the products. I loved the opportunity. I loved everything about the company. However, for me, I thought I did this before. And what if I do this again and I fail? And that would be embarrassing. And so I had a lot of fear. So maybe you have some fear going on, the unknown. And so fear is false evidence appearing real. And so Vivian and I were just talking, and I was giving her every reason in the book why I wasn't going to do Mary Kay. I told her I was too busy. I told her I had no time to breathe, let alone do Mary Kay. I was working my corporate job. I had my kids. I volunteer at church. I volunteered at school. I didn't have time to even think. And I said, how could I possibly fit this into my life? I also said, I don't know anybody because I just moved to Florida. And this is before we even had the virtual world available to us. And I said, and I wasn't really interested in doing Mary Kay. And maybe that's where you are right now, too. And you're just listening to help your beauty consultant and get more information. But that day I was giving her all these reasons. And then she said one thing to me that got my attention. She said, Ruth, how many times do you get paid for the 1 hour that you work for somebody else? And I was making decent money in my corporate job. And I said, well, I get paid one time for the 1 hour that I work for somebody. And she says, well, Mary Kay, you get paid over and over again for the 1 hour that you work. And I thought, boom, residual income, my inside voice, like, oh, I would love residual income. How many of you would love residual income? And then she said, Ruth, what is the worst thing that would happen if you gave this a try? And I said, well, the worst is I get my products at cost because I was paying full price. We make 50% of everything we sell, and you get 50% off your own products. And she says, and what would be the best that would happen? And I thought, well, the best, I didn't know how to dream big 18 years ago. I thought the best is I'll make a little extra money. And I made a very important decision that day, a very small decision, but important decision. I said yes. And so today it's only $35 to get started with the Mary Kay business. That is it. $35. I can't even go to Panera Bread with my son and have lunch for two people on 30 for $35, or maybe it's about $35. And so I said yes, and I thought, well, I'll just get my products at cost. And that was my thinking. So you could come into this business as a little side hustle. Side hustle, you get your products at cost, you service some friends, family, and that's it. You could do part-time. Part-time is I want to make an extra $500 a month. I want to make an extra $1,000 a month. I want to take my family to Disney and I need money to do that. Well, then this is a way to do it. Part-time. It's up to you. There's no quotas. You can do as much or as little as you want. And then there's the career path. The career is phenomenal. There's unlimited earning potential. Wow, sky is the limit. And and like Janice said, my highest check has not yet been written yet, but $2 million in commissions. So, in 18 years. And I started just to get my products at cost. And so for 5 months after I started, I really didn't do much except service myself, my mother-in-law, and my sister. And then I had a party, and that changed everything. And at that party, we sold $1,200 and my profit was $600. And guess what? I didn't get excited about Mary Kay until that party. Mary Kay says nothing happens until somebody sells something. And I got excited because my profit was $600 for a couple of hours of laughing, having fun, and helping other women look and feel beautiful. And so then I started doing Mary Kay. I started holding appointments and I started just fitting it in. And you heard what happened. But just a few months later, I was able to quit my job, and I've been my own boss now for 17 years, and I am definitely the best boss I have ever had. So this business, by getting started for $35, this business has brought into my family complete freedom and flexibility, exactly what I was looking for. So when my kids were in elementary school, middle school, high school, college, post-college, they're both college graduates now. And then my dad needed me, and I could be there for my dad and still make an executive income from the work that I did. Remember that residual income that keeps paying you over and over and over again for the work that I did before. And then my father-in-law needed me, and it's just been beautiful. And now I'm a grandmother, and I have two fabulous grandchildren, and so I get to be Gigi and babysit and work with my daughter, and just help my daughter out and be a grandmother. So I love the freedom and flexibility. Income. Oh my gosh, I paid off $20,000 of credit card debt as a beauty consultant in Mary Kay, holding skincare party appointments. And I was just having so much fun. And I didn't even feel like work because I was winning. How many like to win, right? And I was getting recognition, and it was just so much fun. And I was earning diamond rings, and before I knew, and designer handbags, and moving up the career path. And before I knew it, this went from little, side hustle to part-time to my career. And God has definitely gave me those two things that I was looking for 18 years ago, income beyond my wildest imagination, and complete freedom and flexibility. Also in my starter kit, I had no idea the sisterhood that would come with this, like women like Janice, like women of excellence that I get to do life with. And because I had women believing in me, I didn't have a lot of confidence 18 years ago. I never wanted to be promoted in my corporate job. I never wanted to lead or manage a team because I hated public speaking, and I never, ever, ever wanted to lead anybody. And can you imagine? And I start Mary Kay, and then all of a sudden there's this sisterhood. There's these women saying, "We believe in you, Ruth. You can do it." And that belief, that their belief built my confidence, and by winning and achieving, and before I knew it, I was a leader. And today I'm a leader of leaders as a national sales director. Only God can do that, right? And just by the encouragement, the support, this is the best positive growth course you can ever take. And if you come into Mary Kay and you don't have confidence, if you're shy, if you're or if you are confident and successful in what you do, no matter where you are, there's a place for you in Mary Kay. I love the diversity in Mary Kay, all the backgrounds, all the different ethnicities. I love that Janice is going to Europe. I mean, she has a whole team over there on the other side of the world, and we can build this business anywhere. We're in almost 40 countries around the world, and it's such a blessing to be part of this sisterhood. And I also got in there a career for my daughter. She was 18 years old, and today she's in this business 11 years. And now she's a mom of two babies, and she has complete freedom and flexibility for her family as well. And I love that I get to do this with my daughter and travel around the world. I had a dream come true this past year. I wanted to take my family to Europe on a European vacation. And so Mary Kay paid for it. And so this year I took my family on a cruise. We went to Spain, we went to Italy, the Amalfi Coast, Rome, Florence. Oh my gosh, it was a dream come true that I got to take my whole family and my 1-year-old grandson as well. And your dreams can come true with a Mary Kay business. Both kids graduated from college, zero debt because of my Mary Kay business. I have a vacation home today because of my Mary Kay business. Never in a million years did I ever think about a vacation home. And we get to go, it's 3 hours north from where I live currently, and it's just a beautiful home, a getaway on the beautiful Santa Fe River in Fort White, Florida. And we get to boat and jet ski and just have great family time. I had no idea that was all going to say. When I said yes 18 years ago, a little tiny decision, how much it was going to impact my life, how much it's going to impact my family's life. So, what is a dream that you have today for yourself? And I love our philosophy. Our company philosophy is to put God first, family second, and career third. The other companies, I worked for big companies in New York and New Jersey, where I'm from. I worked for Pfizer. I worked for AT&T. I worked for Best Foods. I worked for Unilever. I worked for a lot of companies doing my market research profession. They only cared about career, career, career. There was no talk about faith or family. So to come into a company where I can talk about and it is our philosophy that their values align with mine, it is such a gift, such a blessing, and that we get to change women's lives. And that's probably my favorite thing is just helping other women achieve their dreams and goals. So it's not just about me achieving my goals and dreams, but helping other women, whether it's leaving their corporate job, whether it's, just taking that family vacation they want or getting out of debt, what is it for you? Or maybe you want to own a home. And so whatever it is, I would say just get started, and you probably are thinking all the reasons why you can't do it, that you're too busy, that you don't know anybody, all the reasons, or maybe you don't have the money or whatever you're thinking of your reason why. I don't want you to think about that, or maybe you're not qualified or you're not enough to do it because you're not this certain type of personality, or you don't have a college degree. We have everything in Mary Kay, college degrees, no college degrees. We have housewives, pig farmers. I mean, whatever, I don't actually know if we had a pig farmer, but I'm just making that up. We had farmers. Okay. So we have every background. And so the question to ask yourself is this. I love this quote from Eleanor Roosevelt. She says, if you're doing today what you did yesterday, your tomorrow will be the same. So my question is, do you want a different tomorrow? Or are you happy? If you don't want anything different, if you haven't been dreaming or thinking about anything, then maybe this is not for you. But if you want something different in your life, you got to take a chance. And, it's a $35 decision. I mean, this is like, if you like it, you keep doing it. If you don't, you stop. That's it. You buy a new outfit, you go to the store, you come home, you put it on, you like it, you keep it, right? If you don't like it, you return it to Amazon, right? I did that yesterday. I returned a whole bunch of stuff to Amazon. Same thing with Mary Kay. You don't know until you try it. So the question is not to ask yourself, how am I going to do this? Don't ask yourself, how am I going to find the time? How am I going to find the people? The question to ask yourself is, what do you want? And if you want a different tomorrow, I'd say just give it a try. And like I said, what would be the worst that would happen to you? And what would be the best? And how will you know unless you give it a try? So I hope you say yes to something that could really change your life, whether it's just to bring in that extra income, whether it is to travel. Maybe you have goals to travel. This could be your vehicle, the way to make your dreams come true. So I hope you say yes, and I look forward to hopefully meeting you one day. But thank you, Janice, for asking me to be on today. Is there anything else you want me to?
No, you're great, girl. It's awesome. I think it's so awesome that you could be on here this morning and just share with us your heart and everything too. So thank you for that. I mean, you covered everything, Ruth, which is what I love about that. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Please give it up for our amazing speaker, Ruth Everhart. So thank you for that. Oh my gosh, I always love the stories. It's always the stories. And so Ruth really covered all of it, you guys. We make 50%. You know, we're also the only company that has a buyback policy. That's one thing that we need to let you know. If you decide to join Mary Kay today, and within your first year, you decide to leave Mary Kay at any point in time, although I always say stay a full year, do this business. Any unopened product that you have, Mary Kay will buy back at 90%. That is amazing. You will not get that anywhere. And it's a $35 decision. So you know what? It's a new year. Take a chance on yourself. We all have clothes in our closets and our cabinets and places and shoes that we've purchased that are well more than $35. And you know what? It's $35. And if it could change your life, I mean, I have no idea where I would be today. This year, I would be picking up a plaque that says I've earned over $6 million in Mary Kay. That's insaneness, okay? So I love what I do. I'd love for you to love what you do, but you know what? In life, unless you take chances, and maybe you're uncomfortable, and that's okay sometimes. I think people who want that success in life are willing to be a little uncomfortable or do the change. And so I just invite you to. So we're going to give away 5 free opportunities. So here's how this works. In just a minute, I'm going to turn it over to my back end people. And we're going to ask you to come off your microphone. So if your name is drawn, we're going to give you 10 seconds to come off your microphone. And when you come off of your microphone, okay, when you do that, we're going to go ahead and have you come off your microphone, tell us where you came in from and why you decided to join Mary Kay. Then you'll have 48 hours to sign up and we'll reimburse you back your $35. Okay, so are we ready? All right, so we're going to go for that. And I'm going to turn it over to all my back end people. I don't know if it's Kelly, Patsy, Carla, Lori, Melanie, wherever, but I'm going to turn it over to you guys. Okay, so welcome to Mary Kay. I hope to see you on many of our virtual events in the future.